Hey guys, Tiffany with another video, and it is not often that I don't know how to come in and introduce a video, but I definitely feel like I'm at a loss for words. Like, I don't really know what to say. I don't know what I'm gonna say. I don't have a script in front of me. I never do, but I don't know. I know that Juvia'S Place and I have not seen eye to eye in years. I've actually been anti Juvia'S Place for over 2 years, probably like 2.5 years, I want to say, but I know for sure it's been at least 2 years. I have not purchased anything from them. I have not talked about them here on my channel. You guys know over 2 years ago, I filmed a video stating why I will never purchase from Juvia'S Place, like something like that. It is probably still to date my most talked about video. Despite the fact that it was so long ago, I still get so many of you guys hitting me up on social media like, Tiff, this whole Juvia'S Place thing. I feel like you need to give them a chance. I feel like you weren't fair. I feel like you're not right. I feel like you're not supporting black companies. How are you a black woman and you're not supporting black? I've gotten beaten over the head so bad about my Juvia'S Place video, but I have not taken it down. I'm not gonna take it down. It is one of those I said what I said type of videos. And recently I had a conversation, like a deep conversation with one of my subscribers. This was probably about 3 months ago. Her and our conversation got so intense that we exchanged phone numbers, and I don't give everybody my phone number, okay? I just don't. You guys hit me up on Snapchat, Instagram. I always comment back. We have full conversations, but I don't really give out my phone number like that. But our conversation was so deep that we had to take it to the phone, and we talked for so long. And I definitely have to credit this video to her because she gave a lot of good reasoning, and it wasn't like one of those we're just at each other's throat. Like, she gave her point, I gave my point, she gave counterpoints. Like, it was just, shout out to her. I asked her did she want me to, you know, say her name on camera, and she didn't. But girl, this is all because of you. I will go ahead and briefly touch on that video. Again, like I said, it's up so you guys can go back and watch it. But I think a lot of people really took my reasoning for not wanting to support Juvia'S Place and they turned it into what they wanted it to be. A lot of people were telling me that I was just jealous because Juvia'S Place didn't want to work with me and they didn't want to send me out free products, which was just mind-blowing because I'm like, did you guys even watch the video? Because it had nothing at all to do with them not sending me any product. If you guys remember when Juvia'S Place first started, I'm not talking about when they first started becoming big, but when they first started, there really weren't any big people talking about Juvia'S. Like, nobody really knew who Juvia'S Place was, and that's just me being honest. That is no discredit to the brand. It was mainly small YouTubers talking about Juvia'S Place, and this was, again, like I said, when they first came out. I want to say I was one of the few who was really reviewing their products. I purchased every palette they had came out with my own money, okay? So that was, which was killing me when people were like, you're just mad because you're not getting free product. Like, girl, calm down. I can purchase the product. You know what I mean? That was never the issue. I was purchasing every palette. I was just so hyped to try to get people to know about this black-owned business, this black woman who was doing her thing and really putting out stuff that I personally felt at the time really was competing with a lot of the higher-end makeup palettes. Now, don't get me wrong, there were still some issues. The customer service for Juvia'S Place was crap. Okay, it is what it is. Juvia'S Place had horrible customer service. The responses were rude and like, you could ask them a question. They were very rude and nasty with how they came back at you. And the shipping was like snail. It was like Pony Express. You know what I mean? When the ponies were taking stuff and the people was traveling like 30 days to get to you by horse. Like, it felt like the shipping was crap. There were definitely some cracks within the company. There were things that were wrong, but I think I felt so passionate about trying to support a black owned business that I overlooked all of that, and I was still trying to get the word out just on my own, not because anybody asked me to, but I just felt that strongly about Juvia'S Place in that moment. And long story short, I remember a lot of you guys at that time were like, Tiff, we're buying this, you know, brand because of you. And do you have a code? Because it'd be great for you to get a little something. I ended up emailing Juvia'S Place and I got a response like, oh, we're not working with, you know, like affiliate. We're not doing affiliate codes. I never emailed them asking, can I get free products? Which is crazy to me. Again, girl, I had a little bread, you know what I mean? I'm not the I'm not the highest paid YouTuber, but I've always been self-sufficient. So I was purchasing the things on my own, but I asked about an affiliate link and I remember them saying like, we don't do affiliate links, you know? And if you know what an affiliate link is, you put a code out there, it'll save the person who uses it some money, and then you get like 25 cents for like every $5. Like, it's really not, unless you're a person who has like millions of subscribers and millions of people supporting you, you really don't get much from it. So I really also felt like people in that video didn't really know what an affiliate link was. But you know, it was cool. I was still rocking with Juvia'S Place. Fast forward a little bit more, because I feel like this video is going to be long and I don't want it to be. Fast forward a little bit more, and I remember I started to see Juvia'S Place popping up with big YouTubers, like sponsored videos with big YouTubers. And big, it just has to be said, I mean, it's the elephant in the room, big white YouTubers, the big Caucasian YouTubers, that is what I started seeing. Like every now and then you would see a person of color do something sponsored with Juvia'S Place, but they were really pushing it out to the bigger white YouTubers. And that is what really ended up getting to me, because I felt like, listen, y'all have these smaller YouTubers who have been behind you 1000%. No, their reach was not going to be as great as some of the other ones that you were going for, but you have these smaller YouTubers, and beyond that, there are still some influential people of color out here that you guys could have went to, but your first marketing technique to really get yourself out there was to go for the big white YouTubers. And I was so baffled by that. And I felt like for this person who had done interviews and was talking about how the reason you created the company was because you did not see any makeup out there that was geared for people of color. You didn't see any people of color brands out here really doing it, and you felt like it was time for those of us with some melanin in our skins to stand up, be heard, be recognized. And your first tactic was to go to a white YouTuber. Like, it just, for me, on top of all the other, on top of the crappy customer service, on top of the shipping being crap, I just felt like that was the ultimate slap in the face to those who had really been pushing and supporting, you know, myself included at that time. And I was just done. That, in a nutshell, is the reason why I did the video, why I felt the way I felt, and again, why I have not supported Juvia'S Place and all this time. I'm one of those people, when you cross me, like, that's it. I don't care who you are. Like, when I feel like you've, you know, slighted me in a way, and of course, you know, they didn't know who I was, so it wasn't intentional, but if I feel slighted of any kind, like, I'm done with you, okay? We were all rooting for you. Like, that's how I felt when it came to Juvia'S Place, that Tyra moment when she was like, we were all rooting for you, and this is what you do. I just was done. And like I said, I had this conversation with my subscriber, and it was just a really intense conversation. And bottom line, she was just like, you know, Tiff, it's been years, and I feel like you have given a chance to other brands that, you know, maybe you didn't feel personally attacked by, but the community felt personally attacked by, and you've given a chance to these companies, so why not Juvia'S Place? And I think for me, because again, I really was rooting for the brand as a whole, like, it was just one of those things where I held Juvia'S Place to a higher standard than I do other companies. I held them to that standard because I felt like, no, nobody was really doing it like that at that time. And you guys had like one job. Like, this was your job to really bring it home, you know, for people of color. And I felt like you kind of failed at that. So I think I was holding them to a higher standard, and I really had to sit back and take a look within myself. And I felt like, you know what, Tiffany, she's right. It's not to say that maybe people can't change, maybe companies can't change, but you know, what am I then saying? Because I'm human and I'm going to err and I'm going to make mistakes. And do I want people to then sit there and hold me to that same like solid rock standard of you're not allowed to mess up? So here we are. We are in this moment, we're in this place, and I made a conscious decision that I was going to give Juvia'S Place another try. So what I ended up doing, they recently had a Black Friday sale where a lot of their stuff was like 50% off, and I picked up some things. I picked up some palettes. I went with palettes that I've seen people that I know recommend. Shout out to my girl Asia, Asia the MUA. She stands for Juvia'S Place, and we always have this running joke. Like anytime she posts something on Snapchat, I post that like that face right there. Yeah, but she stands for Juvia'S Place. So I went with some things that I've heard her recommend and I've heard her rave about. I ended up picking up the Saharian by Juvia'S palette. Here is how that looks on the inside. I will say that I do think the colors are gorgeous. The shimmers in here are really, really pretty. At least they seem. I have not used this palette. I also ended up picking up the Saffron 2 by Juvia'S Place. The eyeshadows in here are larger, so you don't get as many shadows as the other one, but again, I do think the colors in here are really pretty. I actually played around with this palette and I think everything swatched pretty good for the most part. Now what I'm wearing on my eyes today is actually two of their newer palettes. I am wearing the Warrior by Juvia'S Place and the Warrior 2, which I think the Warrior 2 is the newest one. So here is how the Warrior palette looks on the inside. Really great mixture of metallics and matte shades. Not too many mattes. It looks like you're only getting 3 mattes out of all of the shades, but I do think the mattes are really good mattes and the shimmers are really nice. And then like I said, I also used the Warrior 2. Now the Warrior 2 is an all matte palette. Here is how the shades look on the inside. I used the majority of the shades from the Warrior 2 on my eyes today. And then I also picked up 2 highlighters because you guys know ultimately I am a highlighter fanatic. So I felt like if I was going to try things from Juvia'S Place, I also needed to try things that I know for a fact I loved. So I picked up the Royalty 2 by Juvia'S. This is a loose highlighter. Here's what the packaging looks like. And I have not opened this yet actually. I do think the packaging is really nice. Almost can't get it out. I don't know why I thought this was a little bit more of a deep gold, but just looking at it, I don't know, maybe I have to swatch it. But it comes with a little sifter on the top. Like I said, I haven't opened this one yet. But then they did release some new highlighters. So I did pick up one of those and I'm actually wearing it on my face today. This is the Heroine Glow 1 by Juvia'S Place. I think they came out with 2 different ones, but I decided just to go with this one. The packaging on this one is different. It almost looks like it would be like a loose setting powder, and then you take it off and then you get the highlighter in the middle. Like I said, it is the highlighter that I'm wearing, but I did mix it with some of the Maybelline Molten Gold, the what is it, Masterchrome or something like that highlighter. So I'm wearing a mixture of the 2. I'm wearing all of this one on my nose, but I do think it's really, really pretty. So I did use that. As far as the shadows, I will say the shadows that I use, they performed well. The pigmentation was amazing. That was never my complaint. I don't think the product of Juvia'S Place was ever my complaint because you guys know, like I said, I stand for them. I purchased every palette that they released at that time. So I think the pigmentation is still amazing. I think the eyeshadows still perform well. I do like the highlighter. I didn't love it. I feel like you really had to kind of like blend. It's super pigmented, but you did really have to kind of like blend it out. It just kind of went on. It took like a lot of blending, and I wasn't really used to that for highlighters, but I do think that once you blend it out, it is really, really pretty. I am interested to try the loose highlighter. I'm interested to play around with the other eyeshadow palettes. The shipping, it's still crap. I ordered this stuff on Black Friday, which I get, they probably get a lot of orders on Black Friday, but I literally just got this palette maybe like 2 days before Christmas. So that's almost like a whole month. I did not contact customer service. I did not want to like rush anything. I just really wanted to see what was going to be the process, if the process had changed. So I can't say that their customer service is still crappy, but I will say that the shipping is still crap. That was like a month, you know what I mean? And not only that, I never got a order, like I got an email saying, you know, thank you for ordering from Juvia'S place, but I never got like a updated on my order. I never got a your order is about to ship. Like I never got any of that. And I even went on the website, and there's, when you order, there's a way that you can put your number in to be able to get like text message updates and stuff like that. Never got any of that. The package just, I got a call from my leasing office like, hey Tiff, you got a package here. It says it's from Juvia'S place. And I was like, wow, it's been a month. So I will say definitely the shipping is still crappy. But I'm open to giving Juvia'S place another shot. Again, she's right. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's right. I'm not gonna take my video down. I said what I said because that's definitely how I felt in the moment. But is Juvia'S place still canceled here going into 2019? No. I'm open to giving them another try. Like I said, I have ordered the products, and we'll see. Stay tuned to see what is my end result with Juvia'S place. But I wanted to share that with you guys because I feel like I get so many people like, Tiff, Juvia'S place, Juvia'S. Like I've seriously, for over 2 years, I have gotten beat up about this, but I stand firm in what I say, and that's for everything. Like I feel like, you know, you have to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. So that is what I stood for in that moment. I'm not going to change how I felt back then, but we'll definitely see. And it's a new year coming, you know, and we'll see how things go with Juvia'S place. And I purchased the items. Now I've got to test them out, and I'll come back and let you guys know in one of my haul it, but how was the video. So make sure you're subscribed, have your notifications on. Let me know what you guys think of the product. Let me know what you think of the eye look, because like I said, girl, I'm feeling it today. I'm feeling like a warrior princess today. Wakanda forever. But let me know what you guys think, and anything else you want to tell me. Let me know if you feel like, girl, it's about time, or whatever. Like, let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. As always, let's be respectful, because you will get deleted and blocked. Like, I don't care. I'm not taking all that negativity into 2019. But until next time, bye YouTube.